Arsenal against Chelsea, North London derby match tomorrow. Arsenal handed major William Saliba injury scare ahead of Chelsea Cup clash as defensive crisis grows. Gunners could be without 4 defenders for Carabao Cup semi-final first leg. William Saliba is a doubt for Arsenal's trip to face Chelsea in the Carabao Cup semi-final. The Frenchman was not involved in the Gunners' FA Cup win over Portsmouth on Sunday, missing out on the squad along with Leandro Trossard. The pair were left out due to picking up knocks, and it remains to be seen whether Arsenal have them available at Stamford Bridge on Wednesday night. Those two are a doubt, Mikel Arteta said at his pre-match press conference. Arsenal will definitely be without Riccardo Calafari and Piero Hincapié against Chelsea. Calafari has been out with a muscle injury since the Carabao Cup win over Crystal Palace last month. He's progressing, but we don't know, Arteta said. A few weeks probably, but we don't know exactly yet. Hincapié, meanwhile, limped off against Liverpool last week. He has since undergone scans, but Arteta did not provide any clarity on when the defender would be back, saying only, "We don't know yet," when asked about a potential return date. Max Dalman and Christian Mosquera have both been out with longer-term ankle injuries. Dalman's last appearance came in early November against Slavia Prague in the Champions League, while Mosquera has been out for more than a month. Both evolving really well, but they are not training yet, so still a few weeks away, Arteta said. Mikel Arteta reveals 2 new Arsenal injury worries and provides a Riccardo Calafari update. Mikel Arteta could be without some big names when Arsenal face Chelsea in the first leg of the Carabao Cup semi-final. Mikel Arteta has provided an injury update ahead of Arsenal's clash against Chelsea in the first leg of the Carabao Cup semi-final. The Gunners could be without some big names when they lock horns with Liam Rosenier's team at Stamford Bridge on Wednesday night. Speaking to reporters at the Soba Realty Training Center on Tuesday, the Arsenal boss provided an update on Piero Hincapié and Riccardo Calafari. Arteta said, "They are not available yet. The other worries are William Saliba and Leandro Trossard." When pressed on Hincapié, who underwent a scan on Monday, the Spaniard kept his cards close to his chest and refused to give a preliminary return date. He said, "We don't know yet." Arteta later clarified that Calafari has been nursing a muscle injury. The Gunners' boss said, "He's progressing, but I don't know when he'll return. It might be a few weeks, but we don't know exactly when." Saliba and Trossard were left out of the matchday squad when Arsenal stormed past Portsmouth in the FA Cup at the weekend. When asked why, Arteta said, "Yeah, those two are a doubt, because they're not fit enough." On whether they had suffered serious injuries, he replied, "No, I forgot how much fun this was." Max Dalman suffered ligament damage to his ankle during a friendly against Manchester United in the middle of December. Shortly after the incident, Arteta claimed the 16-year-old midfielder would be out for a number of weeks. When asked about Dalman ahead of Arsenal's clash against Chelsea, the Spaniard said, "Very similar to Christian Mosquera as well, you see, I'm giving you." So very similar injury, very similar time frames, and both of them did really well, but they're not training yet, so they're still a few weeks away. On whether he plans to rotate the starting lineup, Arteta said, "In my case, we cannot do that, because obviously players have to be available to be able to pick them there. I don't believe in players for competitions. I believe that we have competition and we want to compete in our competition with the best moment of the players that we have in our resource, and that's what we try to do." Kai Havertz marked a return from a lengthy spell on the sidelines with a promising cameo at the weekend. The former Chelsea forward replaced Gabriel Jesus during second half of Sunday afternoon's 4-1 win over Portsmouth at Fratton Park. On how he plans to reintegrate Havertz into the starting lineup, Arteta said, "We have to manage his minutes now, but he had a block of 20 minutes here and there." Noni Madueke claims Chelsea has a player who's actually better than anyone at Arsenal right now. As Chelsea's wingers showed their class in the FA Cup against Charlton, it was a strange weekend for Noni Madueke at Arsenal. Pedro Neto ended his goal drought, while Jamie Gittins put in a best performance since his summer move from Borussia Dortmund. Estevan William also made things look easy when he came off the bench.
Meanwhile, Madueke picked up 2 assists from set pieces, however missed the chance to add to his goal tally by failing to hit the target with a first-half penalty. Despite his own issues this season, the England international has landed on a team where the prospect of winning the Premier League is now very likely. Noni Madueke says Cole Palmer is better than any Arsenal player right now. Arsenal were second best when they played Chelsea at the start of December, although currently sit 6 points clear at the top of the table. Despite the performances of the likes of Declan Rice, Bukayo Saka, and David Raya on a regular basis, it seems none of them have yet matched the ability of Cole Palmer so far. Madueke told ESPN that the 3 best players he has played with are Harry Kane, Jude Bellingham, and Palmer, snubbing his current teammates. The duo combined for 8 goals at Stamford Bridge, including 3 in the same game when Palmer assisted Madueke for all 3 of his hat-trick goals. Major doubts over Palmer to face Arsenal. Palmer was only fit enough to make the bench for the league game against Arsenal, where he was not risked following Moises Caicedo's red card. There are doubts Palmer will be fit for the EFL Cup semi-final first leg, which will be Liam Rosenier's first game against Premier League opposition. Reece James and Malo Gusto are also doubts for the game, leaving the new manager with some serious headaches. It is likely that Enzo Fernandez starts in the advanced midfield role. He found the net from the penalty spot off the bench in Rosenier's first game against Charlton. Arsenal 11 versus Chelsea. Confirmed team news, predicted lineup, injury latest for Carabao Cup. Gunners could be without 4 defenders for huge semi-final first leg. Mikel Arteta has several fitness concerns to contend with for Arsenal's trip to take on Chelsea in the Carabao Cup. The Gunners are away at Stamford Bridge in the first leg of the semi-final tie, looking to continue their charge in all 4 competitions. William Saliba and Leandro Trossard are both doubts for the match, having missed the FA Cup win over Portsmouth last time out. The absence of Saliba in particular would be a significant blow for Arteta, who is already short of options in defense. Ricardo Calafari is weeks away from returning with a muscle injury, with Christian Mosquera similarly not close to being available again after an ankle issue. The Arsenal boss also gave no clarity on when Piero Hincapié would be back after the defender limped off against Liverpool a week ago with a hamstring issue. The 24-year-old is definitely out for the Chelsea match, and if Saliba is ruled out as well, that leaves Arteta potentially having to start Christian Norgard again alongside Gabriel in defense. Miles Lewis-Skelly has struggled for form recently, so Jurrien Timber could shift over to left back with Ben White starting on the right. Arteta has a decision to make in goal. Kepa Arrizabalaga has started in goal in all of Arsenal's domestic cup matches so far this season, and it remains to be seen whether Arteta sticks with him or brings David Raya into the side. The favored midfield 3 of Martin Zubindami, Declan Rice, and Martin Odegaard could all return, while Gabriel Martinelli will hope to keep his place after a hat-trick against Portsmouth. Up front, Kai Havertz is unlikely to be ready to start. Gabriel Jesus has looked sharper than Victor Gyökeres, but there is every chance Arteta opts to keep trying to play his summer signing into form. Predicted Arsenal 11, 4, 3, 3. Kepa, White, Saliba, Gabriel, Timber, Zubindami, Rice, Odegaard, Saka, Gyökeres, Martinelli. Injured, Calafari, Hincapié, Mosquera, Dauman. Doubts, Saliba, Trossard. Venue, Stamford Bridge. Date and time, 8 p.m. GMT today, Wednesday, January 14th, 2026. How to watch. We will drop all the latest news and match highlights in the Arsenal headquarters YouTube channel. Stay tuned for more Arsenal news. Don't forget to subscribe, like, share, and drop comments in our comments section.